What's this? An update on ARK Survival Evolved, the center. Let's have a look at this. We made the decision to postpone the center as it wasn't on track to launch. Oh, wildcard, how you always impress me with your deadline achievement rate. It's got to be 0.01 at this point, should we say? Yeah, so center has been delayed, pushing back the timeline of events again. They are blaming a different company this time, which is fair. They're saying that they have outsourced the center's upgrade to a third party, from what I understand. Yeah, they've gave it to a dedicated partner who's been working on the center while Wildcard essentially work on Scorched Earth. So we can't really blame Wildcard. We could blame the third party, maybe if the third party being a bit slow, or they thought that they ran into a few issues, or it's not up to Wildcard standards. Or it just could be the standard wildcards late thing again. Scorched Earth, if that is delayed after all this, you know the wildcard is just never going to hit those deadlines, which is a huge issue. Well, we're used to it now. As ARK Survival players, we are used to them not hitting any of these. There's no date on when it's coming to, but the Gigantoraptor, which is the new raptor, which was on a previous community crunch, the Gigantoraptor right here, which does a bunch of cool stuff. This creature was supposed to come to the center on release. It's now coming to the island on Wednesday, February the 28th, which I believe was the center's original release date. So we're now at Wednesday, February the 28th, which is in 3 days. You'll be able to play with the Gigantoraptor on the island with no center. Okay, the next part that I want to talk about is fun. Remember 2 videos that I made saying ARK is paid to win, and everyone, not everybody, but a lot of people was like, you don't know what you're talking about. ARK is not paid to win. This is just an adventure pack. This is just to make your character look good. It's just all that stuff. No, it's paid to win. This is the new creature. It's the floating fortress Oasisaurus. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Oasisaurus. It's a floating island. Okay, it's a floating island. That's a creature. Think of the Megachelon, which is a creature of the sea, a massive island that you can build on that goes underwater. Pretty cool. This is the same, but it flies. Very freaking OP. And this is part of the adventure pack. You get this by paying the adventure pack on Scorched Earth, and you get this guy. And I said this was pay to win, and understandably people might think no, maybe not. There's one thing in this that makes this mega pay to win. So in the wild, you'll be able to see this guy flying around, and it needs... basically, by the looks of it, you can't just feed it berries, a bunch of vegetation at once. Great, yeah. So it's great to give them a potted shrub, whatever that means. I'm trying to think in my head. It's been a while since I played ARK. I'm trying to think what's big that you can feed a whole thing. God, I wonder if you just like plant seeds on it. I don't know. Random one. Anyway, yeah, so it's in the wild. It's just roaming around. It's a massive flying fortress. For some reason, it can fly. But when you're taming it, this is the OP part. The Taming Pit, you can build on it, and all this great stuff. It's great. Anything that you plant on there becomes like fertile as anything, and it will just grow. So any crops will just grow on this island. What it says right here: the roaming oasis carries soil on its back so fertile that anything planted will flourish, even if practically ignored. So I'm guessing if you just plant a seed up there, it's going to have full like 300% greenhouse effect and all that stuff, and it's just going to grow really well. That's what I guess that means. The residents get access to a pool with truly miraculous properties. Okay, keep that in mind. For starters, its restorative waters will cure bathers of nearly any illness or affliction. So you got any injuries, if you got that swamp fever or anything, jump in the pool, you're good, you're healed. PvP, pay to win. Probably not. I know what you're saying. You could just make other things to make you better. That makes sense. Okay, so it's not huge. It's not a huge advantage being able to be cured of any illness from the pool. This next bit, though, most unbelievably, the wellsprings of an Oasisaurus can reincarnate your lost animal friends. Whether it is transcendental magic or access to mysterious technologies of the ARKs, I've seen a fallen pet return in newborn life by committing their essence to the rejuvenating pool. What does that mean? That can be in all sorts. I don't know how, but by the sounds of it, when your creature dies, you'll be able to grab something from your creature. It's saying the essence. I don't know if that's going to be... I'm trying to think what you would drop off a creature. It wouldn't be meat or hide because it's so generic. I wonder if you get this new drop Once you've introduced them to the pool, they have an item in there, and then when they die, if you retrieve the bag, you get this essence back, which I'm guessing is just some floaty stuff, some floaty blue icon. You bring it back to the pool, you chuck it in, and your dino will come back to you as a baby, and you have to raise it again. Not super OP in the sense that you can just click a button and your dino's back to life and you've not lost it, but it does mean on PvP, for example, if people aren't robbing the essences, so you could lose a dino, but you can quickly just pull the essence out of it, run back to your pool, or at some point and respawn it. Therefore, essentially, if you've got a dino with like 20 mutations or whatever, and maybe some raids and the kill the pounds or whatever, you're gonna have the fundamental of the dino right there. I don't know if it is super OP. It is sort of annoying that it's behind a paywall on a map that we've already paid for. I know that we're basically moaned to get all the maps free, and I feel like this is me rambling for a sec. This is off script for a sec, but I feel like we moaned that we didn't want to pay for the DLCs again. So Wildcard was like, yeah, sure, here's the DLCs. But in a way from their marketing team and the way like there was all gathered around the table, how are we going to make money from this now if we sell it for £40 and then we spend all this money trying to bring all the content back out in this better quality? It's a money pit. We're not going to make the money back. How do we make money if we're not charging for the DLCs again? Adventure packs. But adventure packs are just cosmetic. How can we make someone pay for the adventure pack? Exactly what I said at the beginning. You give them something that is OP behind the paywall. Now, I don't have a huge problem paying for the adventure packs. I'm a YouTuber. I make the money back from these videos moaning about ARK. But it's not the fact I wouldn't want to. Basically, I just wouldn't want to. I don't play it enough to justify that map. And I justify that by showing you how much I have played ARK Survival Ascended. It's on my favorite list, and I've played it for 20 hours since release. Since October, when it came out, I've put 20 hours into it. This is still quite low compared to the average ARK player, but nearly 2,000 hours on original ARK. That's because I made a lot of content on there. So yeah, that's the news with that. The Gigantoraptor is coming out. It looks pretty cool, don't get me wrong, and it steals babies. I think it's like the egg steal or something like that. I can't remember the ability. So that's going to be coming instead of the center, so you're going to be able to use that. So at least you got some new content on the island map that you've played to death for the last 4 months. I checked the ARK Survival Twitter page, X page, whatever you want to call it. They don't seem to care that much in the sense of they just said, oh yeah, here's our statement, job done. I even checked Discord. Discord's pretty dead. ARK has jumped up recently back up to 20,000 players in the peak of the 24-hour period. But there's a lot of new games that have come out that are still destroying this. We've got Enshrouded, Power Worlds. I'm pretty sure Nightgale just come out, and I think that's beating them on Player Place. There's a new one that I keep seeing on X that someone's talking about. It's another survival game that's recently come out that's absolutely killing it. There's new survival games coming out, like Power Worlds. Power Worlds is basically a survival game. Power Worlds, Enshrouded, the Nightgale one, if that's even what it's called. All these games are coming out, and because the majority of survival players are playing ARK, like there's a massive player base for ARK. As you can see, we're already at peak of October, it was 60,000. We're already like 40,000 down essentially on player base. All those players are looking to get their survival fix, and all these new early access games that are coming out that are survival based are just blowing up. They're just getting more players than ARK Survival Ascended because the people that played ARK are looking for a new survival game. But the people that played ARK are dedicated gamers. The community is dedicated. The community moans like hell. I'm one of them. But they are dedicated because they put thousands of hours into ARK Survival Evolved. They are dedicated to the game, and they are loyal people. They hate the game, but they play it. It's like Call of Duty with me. I hate the game, but I play it, and I buy it every year. This is like that, and unfortunately, this is what we get. The player base has died off. The game is pretty dead in compared to what it was, especially ARK Survival Evolved. I think even ARK Survival Evolved has died off now. Yeah, so ARK Survival Evolved in the 24-hour peaks got 34,000. ARK Survival Evolved's got more than ASA. But thinking like before ASA came out, so September time or August time, it had 36, 41, 48 in July. So it was hovering around the 40,000 mark. And then occasionally when something big came out, like in January, it was 60,000 for December and January, which was what the peak was of the new ASA. But it's double in ARK Survival Evolved's like end of life, not even its prime, like just its end of life. It was hovering around the 40,000. In its prime, We saw some 80,000, 90,000s. It was a massive survival game. And this is still, the originally still got way more players than ARK Survival Ascended for so many reasons. But you see that peak player base of 247,000. God damn, that's massive. Anyway, that's the video. Center's delayed. You're getting a pay to win dino if you pay for the Scorched Earth pack eventually. And you get a new raptor to run around the island with for the 20th time. You are welcome. Thank you for watching. Just like ARK, there's very fresh content. I'll see you later. Goodbye now. Have a fantastic day. Goodbye.